What's up, y'all? This is Week 12 podcast with the commissioners and the creative director. Coming on in is Fear Fitz and Mr. Czar Char that whooped my ass last week.
I don't know if I whooped ass, but barely pulled one out, thankfully.
Fitz, you got anything to say?
Nope.
All right. Before we get started this week, I want to let you guys know, unfortunately, this is the last podcast of the year. We usually do a Week 13 podcast, but unfortunately, me and Kyle both have something to do next Tuesday night. That's the only night we have available to do something, so we will not be doing any more podcasts for the rest of the year.
Or I can do it by myself.
Or Fitz can do it by himself, but he's not really motivated.
He's irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Shawshankers destroyed it this week, 253 points.
Yeah.
Top score of the total went to Team Thompson, only 98. Another week of less than 100.
Team Thompson texted me this week and said, "Hey, Aaron, I'm gonna send you a check pretty soon, but you think I should wait until the end of the season to see if I'm gonna get any more of the toilet bowls?" And I said, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea." I got one this week, so sorry. I guess I might have jinxed you, but I said, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea." So sorry, dude. I got another one. Tagged another $15 on that shit.
That's difficult.
That's difficult. Sorry about that, dude.
But we'll take it. Hey, speaking of which, I like people that are willing to pay. Willing to get their money, their balances paid.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Coming up soon, guys. You know we usually schedule the end of the season meeting probably 2 to 3 weeks after the end of the year, the end of the fantasy playoff Super Bowl, just to give everybody time enough to pay their balances. So we want to get you to know if you're already out. There's a couple teams that's already out. We're not going to go over that, but you know if you're out or not. So get your money, get it ready, so we can pay everybody properly like they deserve to be paid.
Exactly. Everybody wants to get paid.
Yeah, of course.
Anything else before we hop into the picks?
Nothing else to my knowledge. One quick thing. Yeah, I do have something else. One quick thing. Just remember, I'm gonna go over the playoff breakdown real quick for those that are new. There's a couple people new, a couple people asking. The top 4 teams in each conference go to the playoffs. That's 1 division winner in each one, and also 2 other best records. And there's a total of 16 teams that make the playoffs. 13. Sorry, 13 teams make the playoffs, and 1 Super Wild Card. The Super Wild Card is judged on the best record, and then the tiebreakers points because I'm sure there'll be several people with the best record. The top person in each conference will get a first round bye. The number 1 seed also gets $100. The 2 and 3 seed will get $50 apiece. So they have a first round bye. Then we'll play to week 15, and then we seed all the way down from that point based on record. So it doesn't matter if you are a division winner like Colossal and have maybe 6 wins. You still can get seeded lower based on your record. So just want to clear that up, go over that because I know this is the last week of the podcast. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me or Kyle. Also, one other thing, we had somebody turn their team in for next year. It's Moore Gooder. He will not be playing in this fantasy league anymore. He said he has a lot of discrepancies with the way we run the league and the way the rules are. So feel free to leave. We got a replacement for you.
All right. Anything else? Fitz, you got anything?
Nope.
All right. Hey, glad you came. Week 12 picks. Colossal versus Hardcore.
Let me get my sheet ready. Colossal Connection continues the surge to the playoffs and win that division. Colossal Connection beats Hardcore.
I cannot believe Colossal Connection is going to be in the playoffs.
Well, Colossal Connection. That's going to be unbelievable. If he was able to pull it off, maybe his luck will end though.
Well, I tell you what, the Hardcore is a defending champion, 2-time champion. Maybe he'll step his game up this week and get a big time win to solidify his place.
Hardcore does always come through when he needs the most.
Yep. To quote the Colossal Connection team owners there, the White Buffalo works in mysterious ways, doesn't it?
Well, we'll see. It has yet to be come to fruition fully, so maybe talk before a little too early. We'll find out.
Yep.
Do you believe in Magic versus Oklahoma?
The fading team of the league. Do you believe in Magic? I think I started off with like 3 and 1 win. I think I was 3 and 1 at the beginning of the season and completely faded. Teams put up big numbers on me. I don't know who's going to win this week. I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Woo!
Oh.
Man, I think that's the first time in 3 years you ain't picked your own team.
Yeah, I just don't got no faith in it.
Unbelievable.
I'll take Oklahoma.
I'm going with Magic. I think he's going to make the push. He's going to win the final 2 games of the year, be 7-5 or 7-6, and roll his chances with his points. I think he could possibly get the Super Wild Card. Bohica versus BSB.
You know, I looked this matchup really hard today, really closely, because it took everything in my soul not to take Bohica this week based on what Chad's team's been doing in BSB. I'm going to take BSB, but by a little bitty margin.
Oh.
It's a terrible.
Hurts,
man, but he's fighting for his playoff spot, so.
That's amazing. I'll go Bohica.
Whoa!
Yeah! Bohica, come on, buddy!
I'm going BSB, and
Whoa!
the only reason I'm picking BSB because he thinks his players are gold and they weren't.
We're still talking about the gold. The gold is
Well,
over.
I would pick Bohica if I thought he had any chance.
I'm telling you, it was
Bohica's
close.
only going to beat me this year, and it's going to be a black eye on my season.
That's terrible.
But I'll go with BSB for this matchup. Killing him.
Okay.
Czar versus Power and Light.
I'm gonna go with Zara Char. I need Zara to beat Power Light, beat Oklahoma next week, so I have even a chance to make the playoffs.
Do you have anybody on bye this week?
Nope, you're done.
Yeah,
Everybody's done.
nobody meaningful.
Okay, I'll take Zara.
I'll take Czar too. Thanks. Mean Machine versus that guy, Fear Fits.
I'm gonna have to take Mean Machine Fits. Sorry.
Fear Fits! Woo-hoo-hoo! We're going for 4 wins!
I'm going with Fear Fits as well. Team Thompson versus the 6165 show.
6165 show whitewash is made by 75 points this week.
Ooh, doggy. Fits.
What are you laughing for?
Just said doggy, I don't know.
Ooh, doggy style.
Oh, Fits, who you got?
I don't care.
He doesn't care. I'm going with 6165 show. Team
Way
Thompson.
to finish the year on the podcast.
Team Thompson, hold on to that check. You maybe have another fitting.
Ah!
Shawshankers versus Team Justice.
Oh man, this is a tough matchup. You know, there's a chance that Aaron Rodgers might play this week. I read they're worried about him taking a big hit and hurting his collarbone. I think he might sit out. There is a chance. I'm gonna go with Shawshankers, but I'll change my pick if Rodgers plays.
I'll go Shawshankers. It took the highest score to beat me, so I'll take
He
Shankers.
did it. I'm going with Team Justice because after a great high score week, I think there's going to be a fall off. Walmart Greeters versus the Crushers.
Crushers in the running, man.
Oh,
I'm rolling with
yes.
him. I'm rolling with him. Crushers, get it done this week.
Crushers.
I just have no faith in this team. No faith in the manager. I don't have
The
it.
manager either, dang.
Man, I mean, I'm going Walmart Greeters. Lethal Weapons versus More Gooder.
In our final podcast of 2013 season, I am going to go with the guy I can only pick one more time. Last game in the season, in the league. Podcast worthy anyway. I'm going with More Gooder, gets a win, but doesn't make playoffs.
I'm not.
Okay, you're going with
He
Lethal
said I'm
Weapons.
not.
I'm going to go with Lethal Weapons as well. I really wavered on this matchup.
You wavered.
Just didn't know where I flipped the coin basically and landed on Lethal Weapons. Foz versus HLR.
No longer undefeated HLR. We don't have no champagne.
Yeah,
so
we didn't have no bubbly. I drank it all last night.
So HLR is no longer undefeated. I can take my loss by a couple points. You know it was coming. But it won't happen this week because I'm going to represent our old Foz a thorough ass whooping for beating my Magic team. So Aaron, HLR, champion gets the king.
Foz.
Ooh, I'm going HLR.
HLR.
2 mannings, 1 cup.
Who they play?
Oh, good.
They play the
The
Nads.
Nads, sorry.
You know what?
The Nads are down here, guys.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I have picked perfectly on the Nads game all year long. I'm going with the Nads again. 2 mains, 1 cup done.
2 innings, 1 cup.
I'm going with 2 mannings, 1 cup.
You know, you
too.
pick like your fancy team plays, man. Terrible.
Shit.
Pain Incorporated versus the Homos.
I got a stick in last week from the Homos. This is going to be a close game.
You got a dicking from the homos last
I
week.
don't know about digging because I only lost by a few points. But this is going to be a close game. Pain Inc. has a good team. He just fell on a fate of bad luck this year. I'm going to go with Homos. Unfortunately, watch carefully.
But-
it's not out of the possibility that Pain Inc. gets this win. But
Big one.
Big butts. Homos.
I'm going with Pain Inc. I think Pain Inc. is going to put some pain in that
you
Homo.
pick Lethal Weapons this year or this week?
I did, yeah.
Oh God!
You know, you should have known. I'm going with Pain Inc. Put some pain on the
Pain
Homos. And, really wrench him hard with that big 2-foot-long dildo. All right, guys. Anything else for the final podcast of the season? Hope
Thank
you guys enjoyed
guys.
it.
Thank
Thanks
you
a lot.
guys for joining the podcast, watching the podcast, participating in the podcast. We do this. We take our own time. I hope you guys appreciate it. The commissioners and the creative director taking time out of our Tuesday nights every week to do this podcast. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get another one done, but we could possibly get a playoff one done. Depends how things work out. I don't know what the schedule's going to look like.
We'll see.
But
You always
what
stay
we
tuned.
do.
You never
We'll see
know
what
what's
we do.
going to happen in this league, folks.
Right. Fitz, got anything to say? Thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
8 or 9 weeks out of the season. But
Thanks for having me. I was happy to do it, and I'll do it again if you want me. And it's been fun.
Excellent.
All right, Morgan, got anything left to
That's
say?
it, man.
All
Make
right.
your playoff push. Make your pickups. Watch for the injuries. Pick up the backups. Handcuff your teams. Let's go.
Podcast over.